Hello and welcome to Alfons Zeileis. My name is Johanna Nagelsbach. I'm the grandniece of the artist Alfons Zeileis. The state has always been very interested in knowing where its subjects were. If Alfons Zeileis starts to study in Nuremberg, the Bavarian state, of course wants to know about it. What rules Alfons Zeileis had to observe you will learn in this video. Here we have the certificate of domicile of Alfons Josef Zeileis, resident in Nuremberg. It confirms that he is entitled to a home in the municipality of Würzburg by descent. The certificate of domicile is dated the 13th of October 1904, which is around the time of the beginning of the semester at Bavarian universities. What was a certificate of domicile and what did Alfons Zeileis need one for? In principle, inhabitants of the German states in the empire were allowed to reside in any place in the empire. There was a right of domicile and a citizenship. The right of domicile meant that one was allowed to stay in the municipality in which one had the right of domicile and, in the event of need for assistance, was entitled to support from the municipality in accordance with the law on the care of the poor. Anyone who did not have the right of domicile could be expelled from a municipality. The citizenship also included active and passive voting rights in the municipality. In order to acquire citizenship in Bavaria, one had to be male, capable of earning a living, and have been a taxpayer for at least 2 years or, alternatively, entitled to reside in the municipality. According to the certificate, Alfons Zeileis was entitled to domicile in Würzburg by descent. One could also acquire the right of domicile on application. However, one had to have lived in the municipality for at least 5 years and have paid direct taxes. In addition, one was not allowed to claim or have received poor relief and not be a criminal. If one fulfilled these conditions, one was entitled to receive the right of domicile. However, the granting of the right of domicile cost a fee, which the municipalities could set themselves within certain limits. Civil servants like Alfons Zeileis' father, August Zeileis, with his family, were exempt from the fee. Teachers too. It was expensive to acquire the right of domicile in 2 municipalities. If you had the right of domicile in one municipality but lived in another and wanted to marry there, you also had to acquire the right of domicile. That is why this fee was also called the marriage fee. In Munich, the fee after 1896 was 40 marks, if all conditions were met. If not all conditions were met, 171 marks. 1 mark in 1900 would correspond to about €7.90 today. The acquisition of the regular right of domicile in Munich therefore cost about €316. What did Alfons Zeileis need a certificate of domicile for? The Bavarian residence law stipulated that if you were staying in another municipality for a longer period of time, you had to register there with the local police authority within 8 days, similar to what happens today with the residence registration office. When doing so, one had to present the certificate of domicile to the municipality in which one was entitled to reside. Alfons Zeileis thus needed the certificate of domicile to register in Nuremberg, where he began his studies at the School of Arts and Crafts in October 1904. Today, there is no longer a distinction between the right of domicile and citizenship for German citizens. Registration in one place only has a declaratory effect. However, registering another residence in addition to the main residence can result in the obligation to pay a second residence tax. This has been the experience of students who wanted to be registered at their parents' residence in addition to their place of study. For participation in state and municipal elections, the primary residence is decisive. Did you actually notice in the last video that I gave exact population figures for Würzburg and Nuremberg as of 1st of December 1900, 1905 and 1910. Where did these exact figures come from? In the German Empire, censuses were conducted every 5 years in 1871 and from 1875 to 1910. So even then there was no escape from bureaucracy. Is anyone wishing they could go back to the good old days? Thank you for accompanying Alfons Zeileis to his registration in Nuremberg. In the next video, we will see how students lived and dressed back then. I look forward to seeing you then.